Yesterday was a bad day, and the first thing I want to say is just send out condolences to the families involved here. Um, it was very senseless. We haven't seen anything like this in Georgetown County, and we're sorry it happened, and we're sorry you're going through it. But we're going to do everything possible to make sure that this case is handled correctly and justice is served.
Now, you were on the scene yesterday very quickly after the call went out. At one point, you heard on your radio some of your officers chasing the suspect, and at that point, you knew that he either had a gun on his person. You knew he had a gun at some point. You didn't know if he still had it in his hand or whatever. As a sheriff, what was that like for you listening to that?
Well, actually, I guess the chain of events is we arrive on scene about the same time Georgetown County Fire and EMS arrive on scene, and you know we have victims present, and so Georgetown County Fire and EMS they're the unsung heroes in this. They're doing everything they can to help those that needed help. Our job was simple as far as law enforcement. We knew we had one person that had run in the woods, and we needed to find that person. But you know, on scene, the priority was saving lives at that point. And Georgetown County Fire and EMS worked so hard, and you know, they deserve so many accolades in doing what they tried to do yesterday. And but I definitely wanted to mention that first. But as far as looking for the bad guy, we got very lucky. We had a caller that called in to one of our deputies who was a family with one of our deputies, a family member, and they had seen an individual matching the description that we had put out. They saw him walking west on 521, about a mile west of the location of where we were. So we simply loaded up and went in that direction and tried to ease down there. And sure enough, when we got close to him, he ran. So we set up a secondary perimeter there. Bloodhounds were already on the way, and while the bloodhounds were getting suited up, some deputies saw him again and was able to run and chase him down. So it just speaks to, just like Fire and EMS, it was the community involvement yesterday that made this case come to a close end. It speaks well for Georgetown County. I know this is very tragic. It was very tragic pulling up on the scene yesterday, because we don't have this kind of thing happen. It's very tragic for the family, but the community stands with the family, I believe, in this case, as we do. And the outpouring of support to make sure that witnesses came forward, people called and said, I was in the area during that time, can I please tell you what I saw? I mean, people are continuing to call today, and we're taking their statements, we're talking to them, and it won't erase the terrible thing that happened, but it shows how the community is in support of this family. And so that's important.
Yeah, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but when you were and your officers were escorting him away from the woods, did he make any statements or?
You know, everybody's emotions are high because of what we had just seen up the road. But we got a job to do. We have to be professional. We simply handcuffed the individual and we carried him out of the woods. We transported him to our headquarters here, and a statement was taken from him.
Now, one thing that has come up on social media all day and actually all night last night is, because of things going on in the country, that some people are saying this was a racial incident. Do you have any idea?
I don't know. I mean, the case is under investigation. We're not leaving any stone unturned, and we're not asking all the questions, and so we'll just have to wait and see on that as far as motives. I just want to thank the community again. We're here to do a job, and I promise you, we are going to do our job, but we can't do it without you. These are tough times. These are unknown times, but I can promise you, Georgetown County will work together, and we will work with our community, just like we have in this case, to find some kind of peaceful resolution. Andrews Police Department did a fantastic job in assisting us. The Highway Patrol was on scene to assist us, and again, Georgetown County Fire and EMS. You can't say enough about these people. And that's the biggest thing that I want the county to take away in this tragedy, that there's good things that happen still.